I came to China in 2014 to pursue my master's degree in material science and engineering at the Beijing University of Chemical Technology. Early 2016, my roommate and I were talking about what we could do in our free time. We looked at options like teaching and all that, but I told her I love to sew. I love to make things with my hands. So I'll probably do that. My name is Enima. My full name is Yaya Enima Mensah. I'm married with 2 kids, 2 sons. I'm a Ghanaian by birth and by blood, by everything Ghanaian.
Anima is one of a growing number of Ghanaians who have sought higher education not in Ghana, Europe, or the USA, but China. According to the Ministry of Education, there are over 80,000 African students in China, and they are the fastest growing group of international students in the country. The largest number of these African students come from Ghana, a small sub-Saharan country just above the equator. This trend has caught the attention, especially of Western China watchers, as Beijing strives to win over the hearts and minds of Africa's youth. But what do the students themselves think?
没有。
My name is Ifakojo Abo. I'm 12 years old.
我叫爱寻。
Sylvester.
Ambassador Anani Demuyako.
Freeze over here, freeze over here.
Yeah, what else do you want to know?
China and the Chinese.
I never had the plans of studying Chinese.
Whether you like it or not, they're already here.
Studying China, yes.
I have come to Ghana's capital, Accra, to find out why so many Ghanaians are looking towards China for their educations and what this dynamic could mean for the future.
What is it you like about making jewelry so much?
Maybe it's because I'm in my space, you know. I get to express myself and do what I want, and someone pays for that. It's good. It's good for me. This is the matching Magesha head wrap and the clutch. Bangles. More bangles. I started Nani's Creations, the brand that deals with the production of handcrafted African jewelry and accessories using authentic African fabric, beads, cowries to tell the African story. Headbands. I made this in readiness for an exhibition when I go back to China. Listen, I'm going to try and apply to an incubator so I can register my business officially. And I'm going to take part in summer fairs. China inherently has more opportunities than Ghana because of the way things work here. Nani's Creations started as a hobby, but now I see it's a blown up full-time thing. I decided that I was going to take all the opportunities China came with, and I did.
我中文名字叫修万斯，就是修身齐家治国平天下的修，个是百千万的万，然后思想的思，修万斯。我目前的话在做国家服务，在一家中国企业叫做华为农业公司。
So that's the factory, that's the Trojan.
I work as the company's translator and the human resource manager in charge of the local workers. I also do some part-time, translation jobs. I do translation to contribute to the Sino-Africa, Sino-Ghana relations. If a businessman is coming to Ghana to open up a business and is going to meet partners, and I get this contract, I don't see it as just getting money, but I see it as the ability to merge these people together to build something great. I've gotten the scholarship through the Chinese embassy here in Ghana to study international relations for my master's program there. I always tell people I want to be the next Kofi Annan at the UN, you know. I want to know more about the Chinese foreign policy. I want to know about how China works with other countries, because I can't imagine a UN Secretary General who doesn't know anything about a superpower to come.
In Ghana's capital city, signs of the Chinese influence are everywhere. Chinese phone brands like Tecno and Infinix, virtually unknown back home, dominate the Ghanaian market. Landmarks like the National Theatre and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs were built by China. And also in pop culture.
Them Chinese free. One all around the things this year. Hobby.
I use my post on WeChat to educate the Chinese people, to let them know about Ghana, to let them know about Africa. This was Otunfo's 20th anniversary. What I said was, your Qian your shi, Jiana Wenhua, to let them know how beautiful the Ghanaian culture is, you know. I said, this is Ghana. This is Ghana? I said, yes, this is Ghana. Someone was like, I thought people are sleeping on trees. In fact, I still got a comment like that in this 21st century.
希望各位都能积极参加这些节目，因为对你们在加纳这边投资也有很大的帮助，所以请大家现在就到活动现场坐下，谢谢。
Ghana's imports from China total nearly 6 billion USD per year, making China its biggest trade partner. But China is not just exporting manufactured goods to Africa. Students like Animan Sylvester have benefited from an increasing number of Chinese government scholarships. In 2006, Beijing pledged 4,000 scholarships for the following 3 years. By 2018, that number jumped to 50,000. This rise in scholarships has been accompanied by an even sharper rise in African student enrollment. Despite its small size, Ghana has around 5,000 students in China, more than any other African country. And yet, in 2019, just around 300 Ghanaians received Chinese government scholarships. So, what is drawing thousands of others to fund their own studies in China?
Formerly, it used to be Western countries. Now, Western countries, the school fees are so expensive. Also, when parents send their children to Western countries, they don't come back. They stay there, and that's it. So parents prefer to send their children to China because they're sure the children will come back. And they know that even when they come back, the children come out with something. Even if not academic, they come with some practical knowledge.
I've become business savvy because of my life in China, because of living. I see a lot of opportunities and a lot of problems, and I see them as opportunities. Maybe I wouldn't have been like that if I had been anywhere else.
Another important aspect of China's educational and soft power influence is language. The Confucius Institute is an organization under China's Ministry of Education with the stated goal of promoting Chinese language and culture around the world. I have come to one of Ghana's 2 branches on the University of Ghana Legon campus to find out why Ghanaians are choosing to study Mandarin.
So how'd you answer?
So first question, why are you studying Chinese?
I wanted another language, a knowledge in another language, and looking at how China is dominating steadily but surely. Hey, why not Chinese?
Some of them want employment in Chinese establishments.
I hope to be able to go to China to teach English. If I get that one, hopefully or God willing, I'll be able to at least save up and do my PhD.
And of course, there are other colleagues who are also telling me they want to do business with China.
I've been going to China for the past 13 years and I hardly speak anything.
Growing up, most of our movies were Chinese, Journey to the West and all that.
But me, I'm studying the Chinese because I want to better represent my people at the negotiation table.
The world is becoming very dominated from the Chinese people, so if you don't know most or the language commonly spoken, you might be cheated in one way or the other. My name is Jifa Afiabo and I'm 11 years old.
My name is Ifakajo Abo. I'm 12 years old.
Whose idea was it to learn Chinese?
Our dad.
China is really a force to reckon with. If my children can speak English and they can speak another strong force language, which is Chinese today, it will always take them far.
Now Ghanaians who have studied abroad in China know the dynamics of Chinese life, Chinese culture, and so we have a better understanding of how to better interact with them and get the win-win in whatever situation we find.
Right now, do you think the China-Ghana relationship is set for a win-win?
It's a win-win, but the question is how much of a win-win is it? Yeah. A 90-10 win-win is still a win-win.
You can only boast of your superpowerness when many people can speak your language. And so I think China is just positioning itself to becoming that particular superpower they want to be. Even if China is doing that, currently is providing opportunities for some of us. I feel we are ambassadors between China and Ghana. So I hope, my fellow graduates from China will see it from that perspective, that the opportunity to study in China is an opportunity to actually influence the China-Ghana relationship.
You invite people to your home to make them feel a part of you, to make them see what goes on in your house. That's what the Chinese are doing. And that's what everybody else is also doing. Because it's not only China that gives scholarship. All other countries give scholarship just to create empathy. So it's nothing new that China is doing. It's just they're doing it in the masses.